Very exciting talent when he gets going. It's a treat to watch him. He's really worked hard on his fitness as well. You can see that he's done well. Lost a bit of weight there for Farhan Babar alongside Fahad Nawaz, the captain. Yeah, they're having a great run, mind you, in the last couple of seasons or so. So they would want to continue the momentum and ensure they start off well in this opening game against a team which would want to win this important encounter. So we're all set and in readiness. The umpire Imran Munir calls play. Oh, inside edge straight away. Some lateral movement in the air, but Tahir starting off well. And that's something which I really am a big fan of fast bowlers, even medium pacers. When you know that you don't really have express space, at least when you're bowling with the new ball, that's where you really need to allow yourself to ensure you pitch the ball up. Even if it's slightly fuller or in the slot, it doesn't really matter because the ball does tend to swing early on. And Tahir, we know he's a class act. He certainly does have the tendency to move the ball. On the other end, Fahad Nawaz didn't have the best of seasons, but has found form lately. Nicely balled. Right on target. Yeah, he was going through a very rough patch, I remember. A very rough phase, not really scoring runs for his team. Maybe that pressure of being the leader and the captain got into him, but he's really worked hard. There's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes. And I've seen lately in a few games that he's played in different tournaments, has been scoring the bulk of runs for his team. Outside edge. Oh, that was very, very close. And Tahir was on the verge of picking up his first wicket. Aggressive approach. Yeah, you can see where he wanted to play. He wanted to clear the mid-off fielder. Idea was right, but just could not time the ball. Playing it slightly early. No slips in position. They're having a deep square leg for the left-handed batter Farhan Babar alongside a deep point in position. So the third man and fine are in the circle. Yeah, this is a perfect line that he's opting to bowl with the new ball. Tahir, we know he does have good control, and you would want somebody like Tahir to be in your side. Runs in very smoothly. He's got a very nice, smooth, rhythmic action. Keep things very simple in the middle. We see usually at times bowlers, they try to just bowl too quick, getting carried away. It's not that kind of a wicket where you would want to bend your back. It's a wicket where you just want to come in and release the ball at the right channels, in the right areas, and you would get your rewards. Yeah, this is a perfect start here by Tahir. Clearly we can see that Farhan and Fahad, they have come out with an intent. On the very first delivery, Farhan wanted to hit down the ground, and then Fahad Nawaz just on his second delivery, shimmying down the track, quite fittingly using his feet, and was very close to lose his wicket. That would have been a horrid start, to say the least. You don't want to be losing your captain early in the very first over. Yeah, this is an excellent start here by Tahir, giving only 2 runs. 2 for no loss after 1. Oh, it's a very good start here for Legend Warriors. There's so much at stake. It's an important game for them. Rizwan Sabir was the captain in the first game, but today it's Shakir Haidru. He's leading the team from the front. Was pretty confident during the toss and knows the importance of this important clash against a top quality side, Lexington Shotguns, who are playing their first game. And I'm sure they've watched the previous games and know how this wicket behaves. So yet again, the trend continuing. We're seeing spin being introduced early in the power play. Supun was brilliant in the first game. Picked up a few wickets and was very economical as well. So yet again, he's been given a task. Oh, that is a magnificent shot. Wow. Fahad Nawaz just getting that front foot onto the line of the ball and then playing one of the most difficult shots in the book of cricket, making it look so simple. And that has gone a long, long way. Look at the balance. Look at the composure. Hold your pose. One for the photographers and another one. Oh, this is a good start here now. Fahad is looking to cut loose. But excellent fielding in the deep for a moment. I thought that too has gone towards the boundary. But he's done extremely well. So looking quite confident in the middle. But one thing is for quite certain. The approach of Fahad Nawaz at the moment is clearly a testament to the fact that he is looking to go after the bowling. He's not letting any bowler settle. Even against Tahir, just after one delivery, he looked to play a big stroke. And even in this over, playing a beautiful stroke for a huge maximum. Now this time it's Farhan Babar joining the party. Gets a maximum. Oh, we saw a quiet first over, but now all of a sudden, runs coming from both ends. First, Fahad Nawaz smacking it out of the park, and now it's Farhan Babar. So the ball, it's in his slot and going downtown. Such an elegant player, class act. It's turning out to be quite an expensive over. Supun bowling a bit too full. This time he's bowled too short. It's been cut away, but straight to the fielder. Nonetheless, this has turned out to be an expensive over. And a handy one for Lexington Shotgun. It's 2 gone, 15 for no loss. Well, this is quite a surprising decision. Mohammad Rizwan being introduced into the attack because Tahir, he bowled extremely well. He just gave 2 overs and he's been held back. It's quite beyond my understanding. I mean, a bowler does so well, gives only 2 runs. Well, the captain has different thoughts, but that's my perspective. I would always give another go to a bowler who's given only 2 runs, was bowling beautifully. Even the lengths were perfect. But Shakir Haidru, he's got different ideas and different plans, introducing Rizwan Sabir. And he almost produced a wicket. That was a very good delivery. The idea was right by Farhan Babar, looking to play it straight. But the ball just hurrying on, skidding off the surface and coming slightly more quicker. So they're on the charge here. Looking quite confident, these two. Beautifully bowled. What an absolute peach he's produced here. Mohammad Rizwan Sabir. Rizwan introduced in the third over, and he's produced a magical delivery. It's a big wicket, because we know what destruction Farhan Babar could have caused in the power play, but not the best of shot selections. Too close to cut. The ball was coming in, hooping in sharply, and he was trying to cut it, playing it too close from the stumps. A short stay for Farhan Babar, which looked quite promising, has come to an end. It's 16 for 1. Quite an interesting start to this match. We saw a couple of huge sixes in the last over, and now Rizwan Sabit, the moment he's been introduced into the attack, he's picked up one of the most important wickets of Lexington shotguns. Glad to see Farhan Babar's back early in the contest. Nicely driven. Another talented left-handed stylish batter has made his way in the middle. Saif Zeb coming in to bat at a very important, crucial position, that number 3 position. Yeah, this is what this man has to offer. Mohammad Rizwan doesn't really turn the ball, but gets that lateral movement off the air. That drift which he gets, most of the batters don't really read, and it really drifts in quite late. That is what makes it so difficult. Now this is very close, very, very close. It's pitched in line, and Rizwan, he's not appealing. He's literally pleading to the umpire, and umpire turns that one down. Yeah, but that was a very good delivery, and this has turned out to be an excellent over by Rizwan. It's 3 gone, 17 for 1. Right. I've got the answers as to why he was held back. It was just the change of ends. So he's going to be bowling from the pavilion end now. Tahir Asif was very economical in the first over, was swinging the ball in towards Farhan Babar. Slightly wider. Tahir Asif needs to be persistent with the lines he's bowling. You would never want to bowl anything away from the arc of these two, especially the likes of Fahad Nawaz. He's already played a brilliant shot, getting 6 runs to his name. Yeah, it is a tough wicket really to bat on. You really need to adapt to the surface, assess the conditions, give yourself a bit of time. Legend Warriors, of course, they have played a game already, but Lexington shotguns, they really need to read this wicket. It's not a wicket where I believe you could think of that 185, 190. Nicely bowled. That length, so immaculate, keeping things simple in the middle. Tahir not really allowing the batters to free their arms. On the other end, Lexington shotguns, they need to ensure that they don't lose more wickets, because they've already lost one, huge one. Farhan Babar gets you those quick 30-40s, and once he gets those 30-40s, he has the knack and the potential to convert those 30s into big ones. Yeah, this is excellent running and well responded by the captain. It was Saif's call, playing it with soft hands, just tapping it and running for it. So dealing in singles at the moment, which is, I believe, the right approach. If ever so, there is an opportunity to go for it. Yeah, very smart. He saw that the fielder was coming from the 30-yard circle. He's taking his start from the 30-yard circle. So there was always an opportunity to steal a single. Yeah, there you go. You can see all the players really just coming from behind the 30-yard circle. Flicked away beautifully. We'll get a couple of easy runs in the end. So being watchful here, Fahad Nawaz. I've seen in the past when I was discussing about Fahad Nawaz that he was getting a little reckless and looked pretty edgy when he used to come out to bat, trying to play a bit too many shots out there and losing his wicket. Not really giving value, but lately, the last 3 to 4 months, I've seen a lot of Fahad Nawaz and he's worked quite hard and gives value to his wicket. And of course, he's the captain, so there's a big responsibility on his shoulders. Short delivery, it's been pulled away nicely. And unlucky, just 5 meters either side of the fielder. That would have gone towards the boundary, surely, having the fine leg in the circle. It was a brave delivery, and that was a beautiful delivery. Look at that. How do you play those? But I don't really think Farhan Babar was expecting that ball to come in so sharply in the air. Yeah, look at that. He was stunned. He knew that that was a very, very good delivery. Unfortunately, it was him who was on strike. Comes down the track and crashes it towards the cover region for a boundary. But that is some hit. It was a decent, quiet over until Saif deciding to use his feet, coming down the track, and excellent stroke, belting it towards the cover to close out the 4th over. It's 27 for 1. So Rizwan bowling an excellent economical first over. And that's what you call a commentator's curse. I was just praising he bowled so well. Now it's just fired it down at the leg side, starting off the over with a wide. Nicely done. This is going to be a good little contest because we know that Rizwan, he will take the ball away from Fahad Nawaz. And on the other end, Fahad Nawaz, he really is a player who would fancy playing towards extra cover. Oh, look at that. Is a smirk on the face of Rizwan Saber. But that was a very impressive delivery. Completely deceiving Fahad Nawaz. And he was perplexed as to what just happened there. Beautifully bowled. Oh, that's close. That's very close. And yet again, umpire turning this one down. Yeah, maybe that extra bit of movement which he's getting off the air has saved him. And also, that front foot was quite forward. Yeah, it looked like it was slightly high as well. So, spot on. Good decision by an experienced umpire, Imran Munir. Struck really, really hard. It's going to be a long, long chase, but forget about it. It's gone towards the boundary. So the captain is looking quite confident in the middle. He's now looking very positive. Love the attitude. Got a couple of excellent deliveries deceiving him, but on that occasion, getting the better of Rizwan. So this is a good battle we are witnessing between these two experienced campaigners here in the UAE. Have played a lot of cricket. Missing out on a full toss. Quick single. And oh, careful. Just giving 100% there and losing control. I hope he's okay. Doesn't seem to be. I think he's gotten himself an injury. And surely he is going to get the much needed medical attention. Missing out to a full toss. But full mark. Oh, right. I missed that. So the fielder picked up the ball, one-handed pick up and throw, and hit it directly onto Fahad Nawaz, and it struck him really hard. But there he is. He's a strong bloke. He's a strong man. He is up on his feet. And surely he will be continuing the onslaught. They're going along well now, Lexington Shotguns. Scored just the 2 runs in the first over, but now, since Fahad Nawaz, he's decided to really play a bit more strokes out there, not missing out any kind of looseners. He's looking pretty confident in the middle. Now Saif, he needs to be a bit careful, ensure he doesn't play across the line, because Rizwan is going to bring the ball in towards him. And we saw what happened early on when Farhan Babar trying to cut him. Yeah, that's going to be a wide. So this is a decent score that they've put on both. 33, we're just in the 5th over. Make that 34 after the wide. 2 short, nicely punched towards long on. Gets a single and will retain strike in the next over. 5 overs completed, it's 35 for 1. So just the last over of the power play, and it looks like it's going to be Junaid Shamsu, if I'm not wrong. Bowled exceptionally well, yeah. Junaid Shamsu, I've seen him in the past. He has been given the new ball duties. Will be bowling the last. So I think it's a wise move. He will bring all his experience and expertise into play. Very economical, hardly gives many runs. Bowls in those immaculate lengths. It's not express in pace, but does have the tendency to cut the ball. Doesn't really swing the ball as well, but he's very smart, very canny bowler, smart and a canny bowler. Keeps on bowling those cutters, ensuring he doesn't get predictable, and he's got an excellent slower bumper as well. Fahad Nawaz on the other end. He's looking to cut loose. He's already gotten a start for Fahad Nawaz. That's a good sign for Lexington Shotguns. Well, you know your captain is batting beautifully out there. That's been cut away. Wanted a single. Rightfully so. Sent back by Fahad Nawaz. Yeah, it was his call. And doing the right thing. No point to take any unnecessary chances. Yeah, this man was super impressive. Who can forget his heroics? Bowled exceptionally well in the last game. And did a fine job. Almost winning the game for his team. Good start here for Junaid Shamsu. Gave only 28 runs, mind you. Picked up 2 important wickets. One, of course, of Ayan Afzal Khan in the previous encounter. And then picked up one of the most important wickets, Hamid Khan, where he went berserk in that innings. Nicely played. That last delivery just ever so slightly keeping a bit low as well. And if ever so you're wondering where's the com box, here it is. Nicely bowled. And quick single. Brilliant running yet again. The calling has been loud and clear, and they're ensuring they don't miss out on these singles. And that's good to see. So if ever so, the bowlers, they're doing a good job bowling in the right lines, not giving you anything away. You would always want to ensure you just keep on taking singles every time it's on offer. Cut away nicely, but there is a protection. Gets only a single. It's turning out to be very economical over. This is what this man has to offer. Such an asset to have in your team. Literally, Junaid Shamsu, you ask him to come in bat at any position, he can just completely turn the game to its head. You ask him to come and bowl in the latter part of the innings, he'll do it for you. And also he can bowl with the new ball. A very experienced campaigner and a very talented all-rounder. Yeah, this has turned out to be a fabulous over by Junaid Shamsu, giving only 5 runs in the 6th over. Power play done and dusted. It's 40 for 1. Excellent last over by Junaid Shamsu, keeping things relatively simple. Another exciting young talent has been introduced straight after the power play. Hassan Tariq. Yeah, I have seen a lot of this young boy in the past. He's been super impressive. And oh, look at that for a start. This is going to give him a lot of confidence. And he knows there is plenty to offer on this wicket for the spinner especially. And if ever so there is any kind of assistance, this young boy will take full advantage and utilize the wicket to his advantage. Very smooth, very rhythmic action. Reverse swept, and that is going to go towards the boundary. Yeah. Need a better effort to support the youngster. I think that should have been stopped because he did time his dive to perfection. Good stroke though. And yeah, a bit late, I suppose, allowing the ball to go towards the boundary. This is a very good start, Hassan Tariq. And I really love this approach from this youngster. You can see he's not really afraid to toss the ball up. He's offering a lot of flight to the batters, and that's good to see. It just shows and looks like that he has a lot of courage to toss the ball up, enticing the batter to really come down the track. They're going for the second. This is going to be close. Good running. Getting 2 more runs. So they're going along well, Lexington Shotguns. Surely they do have a score in their mind. And now that they have gotten a good start, I believe they should be eyeing somewhere around 170. Yeah, that is pretty much on the cards. We know that they do have a lot of firepower in their batting lineup. Farhan Babar, he missed out today. He started off so well. Already he got a huge maximum. But just losing focus. Now that's been swept away and swept away fine. That's a brilliant stroke yet again. Since the arrival of Saif, things are now under control. Look at that. Nicely done. Just shuffling across the stumps and always wanted to play towards the fine leg where there wasn't much protection. Shakir Haider, the captain, just having a quick chat with the youngster Hassan Tariq. I don't really think he's bowled all that badly. He's bowling well. Just if he can adjust his length. I love the pace to what he's bowling. Just the length needs to be slightly shorter. Worked away. Gets a single. He's playing a very smart and a calculated knock at the moment so far. Is Saif Zeb. 7 gone, 51 for 1. Was turning out to be an excellent partnership between Saif Zeb and the captain Fahad Nawaz. Run a ball 20 for him, Saif on 22. So going along really well these two. Now this has been pulled away and has been pulled away with a lot of authority. Yeah, he's decided to cut loose now, Saif Zeb. Jadesh Shamsu bowled an exciting first over, but on that occasion bowling a bit too short. And with that kind of pace and with that field setup, I don't really think that was the right delivery to bowl to Saif. Seems to be an exciting talent. I personally haven't seen much of Saif there, but now that I am, I think he's a complete batter, technically very correct. Love the stance. Slightly upish. Yeah, that's much better. Junaid Shamsu adjusting his length, bowling it a little fuller. Well, as the days are progressing, we've seen early on the first couple of games, the spinners, we saw they were getting a lot of turn of this specific wicket itself. But today it hasn't been the case. Ball isn't turning all that big. It's coming onto the bat nicely. You can see Lexington shotguns not having much troubles out there. Things are under their control at the moment. They're at the driving seat. And after you get such good starts, you can always reassess the target which you have in your mind. Looking quite threatening, this partnership, growing in stature since the arrival of Saif Zeb, who's raced on to 27 in no time. And he has played some lovely cricketing stroke. We haven't really seen him playing any rash strokes, playing across the line. That's good to see. You need somebody like Saif Zeb who can come in and steady the ship at number 3 position. Short delivery has been pulled away and he's found the gap. The slightest of gap towards the deep wicket, and still Fahad Nawaz was able to find the boundary, and he knew that he's gotten a lot of bat. It's raced away towards the boundary. Look at the stroke, look at the power he's generated. And once you get it in the gap here in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, you do get value for your shots because it's a lightning quick outfield. Both the batters now, they have a great opportunity to really score big for their team in the opening game. That's surely going to be a wide. Yeah, Shakir Haidu the captain needs to be switched on. He needs to put his thinking cap on, because this partnership now is looking quite healthy. Yeah, big white by Junaid Shamsu, just trying to bowl it away from the arc of Fahad Nawaz. Yeah, this is the delivery which I was mentioning early on. Junaid Shamsu does have the tendency to bowl these slower bumpers, bowl holes up into the surface, and most of the bowlers, they've been picking a lot of wicket by bowling that specific delivery. But these two have been equal to the task. They're up for the challenge. And on the other end, Legend Warriors, they need a wicket. Would want a new batter to come in now. Beautifully bowled, surprising. Saif Zeb, that fuller delivery right in the block hole. Single is all he'll get in the end. Going along well after 8 overs. Lexington shotgun, 63 for 1. Yeah, the captain Shakir Haidru, he's done the right thing. He's continuing with Hassan Tariq. He's a quality bowler, a youngster who's learning. This is a great opportunity really to showcase his skill level, his talent. I have seen Hassan Tariq picking up a lot of videos. I watched this young fellow. I follow him on Insta, and I've seen him taking some excellent wickets by bowling the wrong gun. Most of the batters don't really read his wrong gun. A very brave cricketer, and a star in the making for the future of UAE cricket, Hassan Tariq. Very sensible by Fahad Nawaz and Saif. Saif has been the one who's playing the role of an aggressor, looking to play freely. Every time there is loose delivery, he's latched onto it. On the other end, Fahad Nawaz just staying in the middle, playing the role of a second fiddle. Comes down the track. That is a glorious hit once again. Saif Zeb, he's certainly turning on the heat here in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And this was not a bad delivery at all. It's just the class and the aura of Saif Zeb. Excellent use of the feet. He was always in control. And that flurry of the blade. Terrific bat speed as well, getting 6 valuable runs for his team. Comes down once again, hits it hard, but this time doesn't really get the desired timing. And as I said, that Hassan Tariq, even in his first over, he has not bowled all that bad. He's bowling a little full. So that's good to see that he hasn't been wavered. He hasn't sprayed the ball. It's just that the batters are playing excellent cricket out there now. This is high up in the air. Chance! And it's a big wicket. Hassan Tariq has picked up the captain. Some disciplined bowling has gotten him his reward. That was a very good delivery. Adjusting his length ever so slightly. Look at that. Very brave ball. Enticed Fahad Nawaz to go for a big shot. Asking him, if you want to get 6 runs, clear the long off fielder. He could not. Falling in the trap of the youngster. That's a big blow. Because they have gotten rid of the captain, who looked very promising in the middle. Has played a valuable knock for his team. It's 72 for 2. Oh, this is a terrific comeback for the youngster after he was pumped for a maximum. And then getting rid of the captain Fahad Nawaz. In comes Junaid Khan, who's having a great run lately. He's been scoring the bulk of runs for Lexington Shotguns. Beautifully bowled, tossed up delivery. Playing it with the soft hands. Junaid Khan takes a single and is off the mark. Excellent over by Hassan Tariq. 9 gone, 73 for 2. Yeah, still I believe Lexington Shotguns are in a very good position. Yes, they have lost 2 wickets. Both the openers are now back in the hutch after getting good starts. So it's going to be Janesh for the very first time in this innings. Yeah, excellent glove work behind the stumps. Janesh, another bowler who doesn't really bowl with pace but does bowl with control. And the keeper standing onto the stumps. The reason being he would not want to allow the batters to use their feet. It's that kind of a wicket where you, as a medium pace bowler, you would just come in, run in and bowl in the right areas. That's it. You don't want to do anything extraordinary. Don't want to be overthinking when you're bowling to these batters. It doesn't really matter who's on strike. Just need to focus and pitch the ball in the right areas. And there is plenty to offer from this wicket. That is something which Jinesh Sharjah, he does when he comes on to bowl. Cut away nicely. He's found the gap. It's racing away towards the boundary. He's playing such a valuable knock for his team, Saif Zeb. And he's got another boundary to his name. Yeah, it's a looser. It's too short. Width offered. Plenty of room. And Saif Zeb taking full opportunity, bisecting the 2 fielders and getting 4 runs to his name. Inching closer to his half century and a well-deserved one. Haven't really seen him play any kind of rash strokes. He's getting the boundaries along the carpet. Oh, look at that. Some improvisation as well, but not really timing it. Gets only a single. So straight away they're putting Janesh as well under pressure. And that's something which you would want to do as a batter in the middle. Not allow the new bowler to come and dominate the game. We always want to put pressure on him. Try to score big. In the very first over he's bowled. That's a perfect length. So the moment you start bowling in the right areas, you will see that the batters will give you respect. Junaid Khan, mind you, he's a complete batter. He won't just come in and play any rash shots. He will ensure that he plays with a straight bat. Always looks to play down the ground in that V region. That's going to be a wide. Yeah, right call by the umpire. This is something they need to be a little mindful of. Yeah, the idea was right. He was trying to take all the pace off, trying to roll his fingers, but getting the radar wrong. That's been cut away nicely once again. And it's found the boundary. Expensive 10th over. Lexington Shotguns, they are looking quite threatening now. and not learning from his mistakes. Yet again, offering a lot of room, a lot of width. Zeb, he's a strong cutter. You cannot feed him there. He's going to just cut you all day and night. Not very big in stature, but such a prolific batter, Zeb. And every time he plays these shots, doesn't really fall over, has got excellent balance. 13 runs have been looted already in this over. This is up in the air. Very smart improvisation coming in from Zeb, knowing that there was nobody patrolling towards the fine leg. Getting 2 more runs to close out an expensive over. We are halfway through in the first innings. It's 88 for 2. And players will take drinks. So things under control at the moment for Lexington shotguns. Losing just the 2 wickets, but before Fahad Nawaz, the captain, doing a bit of damage early on. And since the arrival of Zeb, what a terrific knock he's played. Showed a lot of calmness, composure. By no means he's a power hitter. He's a technically correct, proper batter. And you would love somebody to have like Zeb at the number 3 position. Came in and really took the charge. Already 6 boundaries to his name. A huge maximum. And it's Supin Pereira being reintroduced into the attack. Didn't really turn the ball because he came in a bit too early to bowl. Oh, this is crashed once again. What a shot. Junaid Khan getting his first boundary, and what a way to get it. 2 full in his zone and whack. No need to run for that. Save your legs. That's gone for a boundary. Sheer power by Junaid Khan. This is what he can offer. Supin Pereira, he would be under tremendous pressure. It's never a pleasant feeling the moment you are struck for a boundary on your very first ball. then you switch on to the recovery mode. You will always want to just run away from the batter. You try to bowl it away from his arc. Try not to bowl in the slot. But now this is going to be interesting. A left arm spinner who will bring the ball in towards Saif. This is going to be a challenge for Supan. Saif, one big hit away to reach his 50. Reverse swept, but yet again not finding success. And that's not the first time we're seeing Saif opting to play the reverse sweeps. Just could not time it and not getting the desired gaps as well. Oh, careful. Junaid Khan on and off there. That could have just ricocheted off Supan Pereira's hands and gone back onto the stumps. 94 already. They put behind somewhere around 180, even 200 could be on the card if these two stay in the middle. Now this is a big shot, but it's gone into the hands of the fielder. It's a brain fade. Junaid Khan, he was batting beautifully and not timing it. It was a good delivery, just forcing the issue, trying to be a little over ambitious, and really that wasn't required. He was batting beautifully. It was Saif on the other end doing the damage, so Junaid just had to stay in there. We just into the 11th over, and he's found the fielder, Junaid, making no mistake. So a short stay for Junaid Khan, but they have picked up a big wicket. He goes after scoring 8 runs. It's 94 for 3. Nasir Faraz was the player of the match just 1 week ago in one of the domestic tournaments here in the UAE. And I remember during the post-match presentation, he handed over his player of the match to the man who just got out, Junaid Afridi, because both these men, they batted beautifully in that game. It was Nasir Faraz who batted beautifully, getting 50 runs to his name, but he was kind enough to hand over his player of the match to his teammate. 11 gone, 94 for 3. So new bowler is going to be Srinath. Did exceptionally well in the first game, bowled in the right areas, but now the challenge is he's going to be bowling to someone who's batting on a different surface altogether. Saif Zeb. Just 2 runs shy to reach his half century, make that 1 now. He's on 49 in just 29 deliveries. Really has shown a lot of character. The moment he came into bat, had different plans, had different approach towards the game. And at times when you lose wickets, you just go in a shell and you would want to stay out there. But Saif Zeb really backed his natural gameplay, and look at what he's done. Inching closer to 50, just 1 run away on the other end. Nasir Faraz, we know that he's a destructive batter, can really pack a punch. does take a bit of time, which is quite understandable. And also they could afford to do so because we're just into the 12th over. So he's got all the time in the world to first settle in, get his eye in the middle. Of course, playing the first game. Lexington shotguns and maneuvered beautifully for a single. And that's it. It's a 50 for Zeb. And a well-deserved one. There was some pressure when he came out to bat, but really showed a lot of calmness. A very mature and sensible cricketer. Hasn't played any rash shots whatsoever, playing it along the carpet, and has been a very entertaining knock, to say the least, by this exciting talent, Zeb. That shot, and in control. Nasir Faraz always wanted to play along the carpet. So inching closer to 100 as well. Lexington shotguns. That's a tremendous start to their campaign in this tournament. You would always want to start with a bang. 5 singles in this over. Haven't really seen any big shots coming in, and rightfully so. It's not really required at this stage because you've already gotten 99 on the board. You've got 8 more overs to go. So once Nasir Faraz gets his eye in the middle, well, watch out. He too has the tendency to really tear the bowling apart. Once a second, Nasir Faraz, he's going for it, but show no interest in the end, Zeb. And that's the end of an excellent over by Srinath. 12 gone, 100 comes up for Lexington shotguns after losing 3 wickets. Picking up an important wicket. Supun. Good attempt. Gets only a single. So they're dealing in singles at the moment. How much can they get from here onwards? This is such an important game, mind you, for Legend Warriors. There's so much at stake. They can't afford to lose another game. Their net run rate isn't all that bad because it was a last over thriller. That huge maximum of Awais Ali Shah. What a game that was. It went down right till the end. Swept away. And in the end it was Karwan CC registering 2 points in the points table. No real dew out there. We don't really see any towels coming out, so that's good signs for the spinners specifically. And as the evening will progress, I think this wicket will play slightly differently. Already indication coming in that the ball is slightly keeping a bit low. Short delivery, but just could not get hold of it. Getting a bit late on that occasion, saves there. But I think it's the right time. He could decide to cut loose because the way he's batting and the momentum which they have at the moment, they should just continue and ensure that they don't miss out on loose deliveries, because the last one was surely short and was there to be hit. So we saw 6 singles coming in the last over. We've seen 4 in this. No boundaries. So they're doing a decent job. It's a good little passage of play for Legend Warriors. If you can bowl one good delivery, that'll be job well done. Yeah, he does so. Quick single. Close. Oh, direct hit, and surely we would have had a case. But that overthrow also allowing them to come back for the second. Decent over by Super Pereira. 13 gone. 106 for 3. A total of 7 bowlers have been utilized so far by Shakir Hydro. And surprisingly, we don't see his name out there. We know Shakir Hydro, he too is a fine talent. He does have the tendency to come in and bowl and roll his arms over. He's got excellent slowed one as well. But at the moment, he's relying on his teammates. Open Pereira did a decent job in the last over. Nicely ball. That's a good delivery. It's a big day tomorrow. It's a Super Sunday where we'll have 2 games back to back. So there's plenty of excitement lined up for our viewers. It's going to be an action-packed day of cricket. 2 more runs. Oh, in fact, he's taken just a single, which is quite surprising. Yeah, so it's going to be 7 Districts Cricket Academy against Gems Education. That's a big one. 7 Districts Cricket Academy already have registered a win under the belt in the opening game of Sharjah CBFS T20 2025. False start, we'll have to go back and reload. And then we have another exciting game later on in the evening tomorrow, which will be Karawan Cricket Club against Emirates Fly Better. That is going to be an exciting contest as well. Karawan, they would want to continue winning from this stage. They've already won one. So ensure they get one more and qualify for the next round. Whereas Emirates Fly Better, it's a big day for them. They lose, then it's going to be very difficult to come back in the contest. This is a big shot. And I think it's going to be a 1 bounce boundary given by the umpire. What a stroke. What an innings he's playing, Saif there. And he's realized that the boundaries have dried for the last 3 overs. So this is the right time now to really cut loose and shift gears. You already have runs on the board. You have 7 wickets in your hand. Have a lot of firepower left after this pair. So might as well now look to play a bit more freely and try to get one big over at this stage. 170, even 180 is pretty much on the card. 6 more overs to go. 37 deliveries remaining in total. And I personally think it should be Rizwan Sabir now to be reintroduced into the attack. A genuine wicket taker. That's swept away fine yet again. And it will reach the fence. So not the best of overs by Srinath. He did well in the first, but he's been quite wayward. He's been spraying the ball, and Nasir Faraz, you can't be bowling him there. Has swept away nicely, getting 4 runs to close out the 14th over. It's 117 for 3. It is Mohammad Rizwan Sabir who's been introduced into the attack. I'm not too sure if there's a microphone out there in the middle, because I was just mentioning it is the right time to introduce Mohammad Rizwan and Shakir Hydro. He's heard me. It is Mohammad Rizwan Sabir who's been introduced at the right time. There's no point really holding him back for the last few overs. You would want to get into the act right now and disengage this partnership. Because Nasir Faraz, he's gotten off to a good start alongside Saif. We know what destruction he's caused. So this is going to be an interesting phase, these 3 to 4 overs from here onwards. Having a deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, and a deep cover in position. This is high up in the air. It's not gone too far. And excellent take yet again in the deep. And once again, it's Junaid Shamsu who's picked up a brilliant catch, and Mohammad Sabir introduced into the attack. And Nasir Faraz, the moment he struck that, he knew that he's gotten a lot of elevation but no distance whatsoever. He's safe as a house, as Junaid Shamsu makes no mistake. Nasir Faraz was looking dangerous, but will have to go back after scoring run a ball 12. It's 118 for 4. We're getting an important breakthrough. And it is the experienced veteran Rizwan Sabir getting an important wicket. We know Nasir Faraz in the latter part of the innings can really tear the bowling apart, but just holding on and couldn't really get it from the middle of the bat, skying it up in the air and losing his wicket. Now I think this is a great opportunity for Legend Warriors to make a way back in this game, because you've got a new batter, Faisal Beg, who's just made his way in the centre. So if ever so you could, a bit of a fumble will allow them to come back for the second. Now this is not required really. You can see Rizwan is not very pleased with this effort, and rightfully so. When you're bowling so well, you're bowling your heart out, and you're not getting any support from your fielders. That's not good. Yeah, he's really not happy. He's fuming out there. It's quite understandable, really. You can't really just allow a new batter to just come in and straight away get off the mark and get 2 runs. Nicely done. Beautifully bowled. So this is where Legend Warriors should believe they've got a great opportunity to, if ever so, they can pick up the wicket of Saif Zeb. That's where you're going to have 2 new batters at the crease. And it's that kind of a wicket, it's not easy to straight away just come in and tonk the ball all over the park. You need to allow yourself to settle in. So just 1 wicket of Saif Zeb, and that 180 score, it's going to be pretty tough to achieve from this stage. Excellent over though by Rizwan Sabir, picking up an important wicket. 15 gone, 122 for 4. It's just the last 5 overs remaining in this innings, and we could be in for a lot of excitement, because Saif Zeb, he's batting beautifully. We know Faisal Beg, he's got the tendency to really clear these boundaries. Junaid Shamsu has been reintroduced into the attack, but this time he's been asked to bowl from the pavilion end. Beautifully bowled. That is a top-class delivery. And all of a sudden now, Legend Warriors, they believe they are right back in this contest. Lexington shotguns, they were running away with the show, but until Rizwan Sabir first picking up wicket, and now it's Junaid Shamsu getting into the act and picking up an important wicket, because Faisal Beg, he is someone who can really score quick runs for you. Now half the side is back in the hutch, and Legend Warriors are certainly back in this game. It's 123 for 5. New batter walks in. Vimal Lad doesn't really have much time in his hands to settle in. So now two left-handed batters in the middle. And the leg side is a shorter one. It's almost around 55 to 60 meter boundary. It's a very short boundary towards the leg side when you're bowling from the pavilion end. So this is where Junaid Shamsu needs to be very careful. He doesn't bowl anything towards the leg side. He needs to ensure he fires it towards the offside. That's a good start. So if ever so safe, he gets back on strike. Really, you need to have a plan in your mind when you bowl to him. You can't just run in and just bowl at him. It's not going to work. I think the idea should be really, when he comes on strike, try to bowl it wider, away from his arc, a little short, and don't offer any pace. Because he's a batter who fancies to play towards the mid-wicket. Oh, beautifully ball. Has he has that? He has. This is turning out to be a fabulous spell by Junaid Shamsu. Yet again, the man getting his team back in this game. And we've seen this in the past. That was a beautiful delivery. Banged and shot and hurrying on to Vimal Lad. It's a short stay. All of a sudden now, shotguns Lexington, they are at the back foot. And it's Junaid Shamsu bringing all his experience into play. Has once again found the outside edge, getting a wicket to his name. It's 123 for 6. Well, this is some comeback by Legend Warriors. It's a big game for them. It's an important contest. They were 94 for 2 in 10.5. They're now 123 for 6. They've lost a lot of wickets. But the good news for them is that he's still out there in the middle. It's Saif Zeb. What a brilliant over. Hasn't conceded a run and already 2 wickets to his name. Nicely balled, nicely played, driven past the fielder. Excellent bit of fielding. A spring in the stride in the field now. You can just sense they're all charged up. The body language wasn't all that positive just 15 to 20 minutes ago, but that was a glorious stroke. And look at the effort. They're throwing themselves around and they're giving their 100% in the field. That's good to see. Legend Warriors now, they're certainly putting up a show. There's a lot of chirping out there. They're quite vocal. No fine leg. That fielder has come towards the point region. Oh, this is terrific stuff. Quick single, shy the stumps. He wasn't even in the frame. He gave up pretty early. This would have been disaster. That could have been the 3rd wicket fallen in one single over. Yeah, they're at the back foot. There's a bit of panic out there. They've pressed the panic button, have they? Lexington shotguns, because they were going along so well. Look at that. One-handed pick up and throw. One stump to aim at. Oh, so close. And this would have been another wicket going down. This is one man standing like a wall against Legend Warriors. Save Zeb. What a terrific over by Junaid Shamsu, picking up 2 important wickets and bringing his team back in the contest. It's 16 gone, 127 for 6. Well, this is a great opportunity for Legend Warriors to really restrict them below 160. And if ever so, they go on to do that. I think Legend Warriors, they'll have a great chance to win this game. It was Lexington shotguns. They were riding high on confidence until the 12th over. A big shot coming in. This man, he's unstoppable, is Save Zeb. What a hit. That is something which they need to learn quickly. You cannot offer him room or width. Comes down the track yet again. And lovely flurry off his bat. Getting a boundary to his name. So it's a good start to this over. Oh, what a shot. It's high up in the air. And it's a good catch yet again. It's Junaid Shamsu. He's picked up another one. We saw him picking up 2 wickets in the last over, but now playing a big role in the outfield as well. That's the 3rd catch he's taken in this innings. And this is a big, big blow. We still have another 3 more overs. But Save Zeb, it's a brain fade. He should have stayed right till the end. Chosen the deliveries wisely. And that wasn't the right shot selection. But nonetheless, he has batted beautifully. We'll have to go back after scoring 67. It's 131 for 7. Well, not in his wildest dreams, he would have thought Mujahid Amin that he'll be coming out to bat. I'm sure he wouldn't have been ready, asked to pad up and go out there. Maybe he would have been having his dinner and all of a sudden he would have been told, mate, we are 7 down, pad up. Oh, beautifully done, very close, pass through the gate. And there is surely a lot of panic out there. Lexington shotguns, they were cruising along. The match was just in their hands, and at one stage it looked like I was discussing that they could reach 200 as well, the way they were batting, because they lost only a couple of wickets. They were having and maintaining that net run rate of 9 runs per over. But then 2 men had different plans. Rizwan Sabir on your screen and Junaid Shamsu. Yeah, this is not looking good now for Lexington shotguns. You can see that they're just trying to play a bit more rash shots in the middle, which is not the right approach, I believe. Mujahid Amin, not pretty much known for his batting abilities. Tahir Zaman, another quality bowler. Another 19 more deliveries to go. Lovely ball. That's a very good delivery to close out. An excellent spell yet again by Mohammad Rizwan Sabir. He's done for the night. 17 gone. 132 for 7. And that was the big hit he was trying to go. Look at that deviation he's got. That drift. And then the ball pitching and deceiving the batter. Lovely stuff by Rizwan. It's 132 for 7 after 17. What a terrific comeback here by Legend Warriors. And I believe they should really have faith in themselves to restrict them below 116. If ever they go on to do so, they really have a great chance to stay alive in this tournament and clinch their first victory. Now this has been pulled. No timing, no power. Only a single on offer. Singles isn't going to be a problem for Legend Warriors. I think we need to give a lot of credit to Shakir Haidru, the captain. Missed out in the opening game, but since his arrival, I think he's been taking some very smart decisions, very brave calls. Tahir Asif did exceptionally well in the first spell. He's come on to bowl the 18th over. Lovely ball. Yeah. Tahir to Tahir. Tahir with the bat is not pretty much known for his batting abilities. We'll see him in action with the ball later on in the second innings, but clearly now I think he's just throwing the kitchen sink at and trying to hit each and every ball out of the park. Just like that. That's an outside edge. And does the ball have enough legs? Nope. They're coming back for the second, and we'll get it comfortably. You're not too sure what was he on about, Tahir. He was ball watching. He should have really focused on his running between the wickets. Nonetheless, getting two more important runs to the telly. Hits it hard. Hits it really hard. He's belted this towards the cover region. That's much more like it. Each and every boundary from this juncture is going to be super important. Clearing his front leg. And always wanted to go over the inner fielders. Getting 4 important runs for his team. 139 is what they've gotten. Can they surpass that 160 mark? Short delivery. It's up in the air. And very close to that deep mid-wicket fielder. Oh, he's done well. He's done exceptionally well. That ball ricocheted off his hands and was going towards the boundary skirting. The idea was right. He bowled that slower bumper, but trying to clear the longer part of this ground. This is high up once again. And yet again, no real timing. Getting 2 more runs. So it's a handy over for Lexington Shotguns. 18 gone, 143 for 7. Now this is an interesting over. Junaid Shamsu, we know that he will bring all his experience in this penultimate over. It's not going to be all that easy. Mujahid, hasn't really found, or rather gotten, much of strikes so far in this innings. Again, that's an outside edge. But there is protection. I like this field setup because you know that you're bowling to these lower order batters who are not pretty much known for their batting abilities. So they're just going to swing their bat hard at everything. So the moment you opt to bowl them slightly fuller, they will really go hard at you. So you would always want to have a third man in position. You won't expect them to really play any technical shots or really play you down the ground. They'll just use all their force and might and try to clear the boundary. That's where Junaid Shamsu, I think he's going to bring his expertise and take all the pace off. Excellent bit of fielding. We saw quite a few catches being put down early on, but all of a sudden they're right back in this game. Excellent bit of fielding. Nicely done. Yeah, he's played a lot of domestic cricket, mind you, Junaid Shamsu. And he's reading the game well. Don't really think he's going to offer any pace. That's hit hard. And gets only a single. It's turning out to be a fabulous over. This is what this man has to offer. Every time really you ask him to come and bowl at any stage of the game, he'll give his 100%. He's a fighter, a warrior, and love to see he's done so well. He's worked so hard on his fitness. Surely has lost a lot of weight and has put up a lot of muscle. And we will be, or we could be, in for a lot of entertainment, because I think Junaid Shamsu is going to come out to open. Missed out in the last encounter. Shahan Akram of Karwan CC getting the better of him. This is a big shot. Oh, that is an outrageous hit. It's a humongous hit by Tahir. That's the sound of the bat. Yet again, clearing his front leg, and he knew he's got plenty of bat on this one. That has disappeared. It's a big A. It's a big one. Each and every single run from this juncture of the game is so important for Lexington Shotguns. Yes, it is a good bowling wicket, but it's not that it's unplayable or it's all that difficult to really deal with the spinners. But the stage that they were in early on, Lexington Shotguns, I really thought that they could surpass 185, 190. And that would have been a very, very good score. But yeah, this is one shot. I think he'll go back and put it on his Insta, put it on the reel, put it all over the social platforms. Because that was a vicious hit. Came right off the middle of the bat. And that's what you expect from these low order batters, really, to just come in and swing their bat hard. And he really swung his bat really hard, getting 6 more runs to the telly. I don't really think now Junaid Shamsu is going to opt to bowl anything fuller. So Tahir Zaman needs to be one step ahead of the game and expect him to bowl a short delivery, which I don't think he's going to offer much pace as well. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, he's asking the question to the umpire, but I think he's got it right, Imran Modir. It was within the tram line. Well, that's good approach here by Junaid Shamsu, because we know that these batters, they're going to look to play towards the leg side. That's what you expect from your tail-enders. And Junaid Shamsu just pulling it away from his range. This is high up in the air. And he's put it down. This is not good. And who's that? I think it's Vaibhav Gobikar. But he's getting a lot of applause from Junaid Shamsu, and that's good to see. He needed to get rid of Tahir because he's striking big. He is getting these important runs. And Shamsu was on the verge of picking up his third. Yeah, not the right technique. Could have been nasty as well. We're going down to the last over of this innings. It's 154 for 7. So the last over is going to be bowled from the pavilion end. Oh, this is a big shot, but I don't really think he's got a lot of bat on this one. And yet again, he spilled it. You can't really afford that when your bowlers are really giving the 100% and creating these opportunities. You do expect your fielders to hold on to these catches because every single run is important from this stage of the game. Tahir was on the verge of picking up another wicket. Yeah, you would want a right-handed batter to be on strike, and because from the pavilion end, the leg side is the longer part. Only a single. They are thinking to come back for the second, rightfully so, not going for it. Now they could be. Yeah, this is poor stuff to say the least. Tahir Zaman, hands on his hips. He's not impressed. This is not good. Can't just leak runs like this. So the first delivery was supposed to be a wicket. Conceded 1 run. And on that occasion, it should have been just a single, which converted into 2 because of a fumble. So these are the little minor things in a game which makes a big difference when you're chasing. And when you lose by 3 to 4 runs, that's where when you think that, right, if ever so could have controlled those freebies, things would have been different now. He seems to be in quite a bit of pain. Yeah, can be a bit nasty at times. But excellent delivery. And playing a bit too early, Tahir completely got deceived. Excellent delivery, yeah. He's up on his feet. That's good to see. Yeah, it doesn't look 100%. It will take a bit of time, but he should be okay. Just 3 more deliveries to go. And Tahir, he's a brave lad. He will look to continue the onslaught. We've already seen a huge hit coming in from his bat. And when he hits, it stays hit. Yeah, this is very smart. Tahir taking all the pace off. He knows that Tahir Zaman is going to come down and try to just clear that leg side. Doesn't really matter if it's short. It's a short boundary. It's a long boundary for Tahir because, as I mentioned, when he hits, it really will go a long, long way. Just the last 2 deliveries remaining in this innings. Can we see a big finish? Short delivery. Now this is high up in the air and not in control, but still getting 2 more important runs. So we were discussing early on, if ever so, they could have reached around 180, but some excellent descendant bowling have restricted them to 159. Can they get a big hit on this last delivery? Time will tell. But these are very important handy runs. He's come out and scored for his team, really, when the team were down and out and it looked like they wouldn't even achieve that 150. Last delivery. Oh, goes for a big shot. Now this is high up in the air. And he's cleared the field. That is a brilliant hit to close out the innings. And now they will believe that they have given something to their bowlers to come and bowl at. But what a hit. That's a big one. It's come right off the middle of his blade. And the moment he struck that, he knew that will clear the boundary with ease. Mujahid Amin on the right of your screen, I think he was licking his lips when he saw the bowlers bowling in. A bowler who really can turn the ball big. Will certainly enjoy his outing in the second innings when he comes on to bowl. Well, that's how things have panned out in the first innings for Han. Showed a lot of promise, but then Rizwan Sabri getting the better of him. And then that excellent bit of partnership between Fahad Nawaz playing a captain's role, and then Saif Zaid. What a brilliant innings he played. 67 in just 43 deliveries. Junaid Khan going early. Nasir Faraz also playing runner ball 12. And then Tahir Zaman, look at what he's done. The destruction and havoc he's caused in the latter part of the innings, getting 32 important runs for his team. Quite an impressive bowling card if you talk about Tahir Asif was unlucky, gave 34 runs upon Pereira, bowled well, picked up a wicket. But I think the pick of the bowlers for me was Mohammad Rizwan Sabir. Gave only 20 runs, was very economical, very miser, alongside Janesh Shamsu, bringing all his experience into play. Picked up 2 wickets. Hassan Tariq, the youngster, also was impressive, picked up a wicket. 6 extras is what they've given, which is quite impressive, and will look to come out strong in the second innings. Right then, we're just going to dive into a short break, and once we are back, we will be all set for a fascinating run chase. Stay tuned. Welcome back, viewers. First innings done and dusted. 165 is what they've scored. At one stage, it looked like they were on the verge of getting somewhere around 190. And I was discussing if ever so they could have gotten even 200 away. They were batting that excellent partnership between Fahad Nawaz, the captain himself, leading from the front, setting an example early on the very first game of the tournament of their contest. 56 runs worth the partnership, and then the second highest partnership, 34 between Tahir and Mujahid. It was Tahir who was scoring the bulk of runs, 29 to his name in just 16, and then who can forget the heroics of Saif Zeb. Had a great opportunity to really score 100 to his name. Did deserve to even get there. Well, no surprises. It is the man on your right, Junaid Shamsu. We know we could be in for a lot of entertainment. Sixes well galore here in the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Alongside him is the captain, Shakir Haidru. Was pretty confident during the toss, calling it right, wanted to bowl first. And I think they've done well to pull things back, because at one stage, really, it was Lexington shotguns. They were cruising along. They were running away with the show. But some excellent disciplined bowling brought them back into the contest. And it was the two experienced campaigners, Mohammad Rizwan Sabir, yet again putting up a show. You saw how beautifully he bowled, even in the last encounter against a top quality side of Karawan CC. And Junaid Shamsu yet again getting into the act, picking up two important wickets in one single over. Did a fine job. So now all eyes on these two in the middle. They need to ensure they get off to a good start, really set the tone, lay the platform early on. And missed out in the last encounter, Junaid Shamsu. It was a surprise package, because I remember Salman Salim, he got injured, the left arm speedster, in the second over of the game. And it was Shahan Akram who was all of a sudden asked to bowl that over, to complete the over, bowl the remaining three deliveries. And guess what he did? He picked up a wicket on the very first delivery, and that too off Junaid Shamsu. That was a big moment in the game. And what a blockbuster that game was right then. So all eyes on this contest now. Shakir Haidru, the captain, we know, a very talented batter, does have the tendency to get his team off to good starts. On the other end, we know that Junaid Shamsu, he will back his natural gameplay, and that should look to clear the boundaries right then. We're just seconds away. The umpire calls play. The chase is on. Oh, beautifully bowled. That ball hooping in sharply. We know that Wali, he does have the tendency to really bowl quick, especially with the new ball. And what makes him very different and unique from the other right-arm bowlers is that he does have the knack of bringing the ball in. Usually, majority of the right-arm bowlers, we see them taking the ball away from the right-handers, but this man is special. Surprising Junaid Shamsu on the very first ball. Oh, that's a very good delivery yet again. But it's gone towards the boundary. Wali will not believe his luck. That ball did not deserve to go towards the boundary. That thick inside edge helping it to go towards the boundary, and that's a good start. Look at that ball shaping in sharply. That will certainly please Wali. On the other end, I think Legend Warriors, they need to be mindful they don't lose early wickets. That's where you will allow Lexington shotguns to come early in the contest. Yeah, that's much more like it. On the up, driving it, showing the full face of the bat. The very exciting talent, Shakir Haidru. Mind you, missed out in the opening game, but glad that he is back. A very inspirational leader, made some brilliant, brave calls in the first innings. But now he's got a big job in his hands with the bat. Really needs to set an example and lead his side from the front. Yeah, this is a good start by Wali. You can see that he's really bending his back. He's all charged up. He's trying to bowl quick, but good to see that he's bowling the right areas as well. And yet again, deceiving. Oh, this is a crash towards the cover region. This is much more like it. He looks much more charismatic. Shakir Hydru, the moment he decides to play along the carpet. That was a proper cricketing stroke. Gets another boundary, so this is a good start here for Legend Warriors. Already a couple of boundaries in this over. Now Shakir needs to be mindful that he's already gotten runs in this over. So this is where you need to be a bit smart, a bit more sensible. Just ensure that you bring the game awareness into play. Oh, that's close. That's very close. Dropped on the pads and given. That was a very good delivery. Once again, came in sharply and completely bamboozled Shakir Hydru. I was just mentioning that he's already gotten the runs in the over, and that was not required. He was batting beautifully. Yeah, we can see he's dejected. He's not very happy with the shot selection he's offered. And he's literally just thrown away his wicket, the captain. This is a big moment in the game. Shakir Hydru will have to go back after a promising start. It's 9 for 1. Well, it's a perfect start here for Lexington shotguns. You would always want to ensure that you pick up early wickets. And that is what they've done. Picking up an important wicket, and that too of the captain, Shakir Hydru. Already he got 2 boundaries in the over. Really, this is something which is completely beyond my understanding. That they need to be a little more sensible in their approach. 2 shots too many. Nicely bowled once again. Now this man will play a vital role, I believe. Junaid Shamsu missing out in the last encounter, couldn't really get going. But today he's got a good opportunity, and it is a wicket where if you allow yourself a bit of time out there, just the first 3 overs, 4 overs, you will see the ball will swing. We saw Wali was getting a lot of movement off the air, off the surface. Rahman on the other end can generate some pace. This is hit hard, but just finding the fielder. Another dot delivery. So much at stake, mind you, for Legend Warriors. They've already registered a loss in this tournament. So they need to ensure that they stay alive in this tournament. As the field set up, you can see they have a deep third man alongside a deep square leg in position. Yeah, I like this. Junaid Shamsu. We know what he's capable of. So taking his time in the middle, even if they can get somewhere around 30 to 35 in the first 6 overs, that's A good score, I believe they will achieve. But you don't want to be 20 for 3 or 30 for 4. Then it becomes really difficult to keep up the momentum and keep up with that required run rate, which is already hovering up to almost 9 runs per over. Rahman at the moment bowling slightly short. Oh, beautifully bowled. That's a good delivery. Adjusting his length ever so slightly, bowling it slightly fuller, and the hint of movement deceived Junaid Shamsu. So 3 dot deliveries on the trot, keeping Junaid Shamsu quiet, whereas on the other end, Junaid Shamsu needs to be calm out there because he knows his potential, really can take the game from the opponents very, very quickly. They're not really chasing a mammoth target. So his presence is going to be super important as long as he stays out there in the middle. Legend Warriors, they're always in this contest, and I believe will have upper hand if he gets going. Yeah, not very happy with the stick he had already. He hasn't faced a delivery web of Kovikar, and he's already changed his bat. I don't know, maybe some superstition in his head. Yeah, that front foot not going anywhere. Stand and deliver. Missed out completely. He's asking a few questions. And he's putting Junaid Shamsu at the back foot. So far, the contest has been won by this man on your screen. He's doing a fine job. And also, when you know that you are getting so much swing on offer, might as well just have a slip in place, at least for the first 3-4 overs. Hit hard, and that has passed the captain Fahad and has gone towards the boundary. That's much more like it. Junaid Shamsu, you can see this time he's waited for the ball. Let the ball come to the bat, and then he's crashed this towards the boundary, getting 4 runs to close out the over. It's 13 for 1 after 2. Well, it's pretty even Stevens at the moment for both the teams. Yes, they have picked up an important wicket because Shakir Haidru was looking quite dangerous early on, getting 2 boundaries in the very first over. Oh, what a shot! Vaibhav Govekar, he's playing his first game in this contest. And on the very first delivery, he's struck this nicely along the carpet, getting 4 runs to open his account. He's a class act, Vaibhav Govekar. By no means he's someone like Junaid Shamsu, who would be called as a power hitter. He's more compact, technically very correct, very sound batter. Doesn't really lose his balance when he's trying to play the shots along the carpet. And you would need somebody like him in your side to come in and bat at the number 3 position, just like what we saw in the first innings. Beautifully bowled when Saif Zaib came into bat at that important number 3 position. And boy, oh boy, he was super impressive. 67 inches, 43, and 8 boundaries to his name with a maximum. But getting out at the wrong time because still there were around 4 overs remaining. But just getting a little over ambitious, got a little carried away and threw his wicket at the wrong time. What looked like a score could have been around 185, 190. Ended up being 165 in the allotted 20 overs. Oh, beautifully bowled. There is a lot of swing on offer at the moment. You can see he's enjoying his outing out there. Wally, of course, we saw him bringing the ball in towards the right-handers, but now that left-hander is on strike, he will certainly ask a few questions. Look at that bounce as well he's getting. There's that kind of a wicket where you don't really expect the bowlers to get that prodigious bounce off the surface, but Wally, he's a tall man. He really bends his back, comes in, and he's got a very smooth, rhythmic action as well. Very comfortable in his skin. Beautifully played. That's a good shot. So that's what they need to do, really. Even if they aren't getting the boundaries, they just would want to keep on rotating strike, get the singles and doubles every time it's on offer, and cash on and latch on to any looseners, which I doubt we're going to see much coming in, because Lexington shotguns, they've got some quality bowlers, and I won't be surprised if we see Mujahid Amin being introduced into the attack pretty early in the contest. Oh, this could be close. Careful. You do not want to run out Junaid Shamsu. He's one man who's short of form, even the last game getting out early. And it was Webhav who wanted a single, but Junaid Shamsu showing no interest whatsoever. Rightfully so. Don't want to be losing your wicket, and that too in a form of a run out. Yeah, I like this approach by Wali. He's not really afraid to bowl in those full length areas. Nonetheless, this is a good over. 3 gone, 17 for 1. Bowled a decent over early on, keeping things very tight in the centre. Rahman giving only 4 runs, and Junaid Shamsu now. The question remains to be asked as to when does this beast decides to cut loose. Oh, a bit of a false start. Careful, you don't want to be getting injured in your opening game. One of their mainstream bowlers is Rahman. It's done well. And another change of bat for Webhav Govekar. Clearly he's not very happy with the blades in his hand at the moment. Tries to go for a big shot. And excellent bit of fielding. You can now sense the urgency coming in from Junaid Shamsu. He knows that he would want to accumulate and ensure he gets maximum runs in the first 6 overs. Because once the field is open after 6 overs, you will see some quality bowlers coming in. Mujahid Amin, he's got 4 overs, so he's one bowler who would certainly enjoy his outing on this specific wicket, where there is plenty to offer for the spinners specifically. Who can forget the spell of the 2 spinners who came into bowl with the new ball. This is high up in the air. Chance. Takes it. Makes no mistake. Who is that? It's the captain, Fahad Nawaz. This is not the desired start for Legend Warriors, as they lose their second. Lexington shotguns, they will believe that they are in the driving seat now. It's a big blow. Webhav Govekar dejected. So much was expected from him. We'll have to go back after scoring just the 4 runs. It's 18 for 2. That was a lovely delivery by Rahman. He's picked up an important wicket for his team now. Way above so much was expected from him. Two batters now in the middle. Junaid Shamsu, of course, hasn't really got going so far. But this is what was required really for Lexington Shotguns to pick up early wickets, and that's what they've done. Picked up two quality wickets. But still, mind you, there is Junaid Shamsu who's still out there in the middle. His one-man army literally can snatch the game away from the opponents. That is the class and aura Junaid Shamsu possesses. Making a few adjustments in the field. So that's good to see. I like this approach and the aggressive intent by the captain. You can see now Junaid Khan, he's at the slip position. Oh, beautifully bowled. They believe that it struck the pad first before it hit his bat. I think it's more like an over-ambitious appeal. Farhan Babar thought they had a genuine case, but what a terrific spell of bowling we're witnessing. Lexington Shotguns. Mind you, they're playing their first game of the tournament. Yeah, there we are from the Combox, enjoying a game of cricket. And what a contest we have in our hands. Oh, this has been crashed. That's a lovely stroke. This is the power of Junaid Shamsu. This is what he could do. Nicely done. It was not the best of deliveries. Rahman just opting to bowl slightly fuller. And now that we're in the fourth over, don't really see much swing off the surface and even off the air. That was some hit. Struck hard once again. And he's gotten another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries. And Junaid Shamsu is looking threatening. Yeah, Rahman, I think, needs to realize that that's not the length you would want to bowl to Junaid Shamsu. Anything in his area, anything in his arc, in the slot, he'll go hard. And nicely done once again. So it's turning out to be quite a decent over for the men in purple. Required run rate is pretty much in their hands. It's just that they would want to ensure not to lose early wickets. They've already lost two. Pulled away once again. This time it's played towards the deep mid wicket. And they will come back for easy couple of runs. So good handy over. Coming to the end, it's 4 gone, 29 for 2. So we're going to see the first bowling change in this innings. Tahir Zaman, another bowler who certainly can generate a lot of pace early on, especially with the new ball. An exciting talent, having a great run in this season. Has been picking up a few wickets for his team. And that is exactly what they need. That is the demand of the current situation. They would want him to strike early. But they need to get rid of Junaid Shamsu early. You would never want Junaid Shamsu to settle in. Because we know that he does have the tendency to really shift gears and take the game away from the opponents. On the other end, Tahir, I don't really think you're going to see many looseness from him. Will keep things very tight in the center. No slips in position for Tahir, having a deep square leg alongside a deep third man in position. Yeah, he's doing the right thing. Aditya, who's just made his way in the center, needs to be a bit more sensible in the middle, because you know that from the other end, it is Junaid Shamsu who's already decided to cut loose, playing the role of an aggressor. So you would want to ensure you just keep hold of one and play the role of a second fiddle. Don't want to be a hero at this stage. Short delivery. Oh, what a catch! This is brilliant stuff. Who is it? It's this man, Junaid, one of the safest fielders. Will not drop those. Clearly you can see he was beaten by that extra bit of pace. And I think it's a brain fade by Aditya. Not required. There was a fielder stationed just for these kind of shots. And he's found him. And he makes no mistake. So this is not looking good now. They've lost their third. They are sinking further in trouble, are the men in purple. It's 29 for 3. New batter making his way in the center. Akshay will be facing the music from this man on your screen. He is literally throwing thunderbolts at the moment. He's bowling with a lot of heat out there. Steaming in once again. Wrapped on the pads. Loud appeal. And the umpire shakes his head and denies this one. And I think it was a good decision, because the ball was coming in with an angle and surely it would have missed the leg stump. Yeah, excellent call yet again. Imran Munir getting it right. But the pace which he's getting at the moment really is troubling the batters. Now this is going to be a good little contest. Tahir against Shamsu. Just because wickets are falling left, right and centre from the other end, what does this man do now? Does he lower his gear or he continues with the onslaught? He continues with the onslaught. That is a humongous hit. It's gone into the stands. And Junaid Shamsu, he is batting on a different surface altogether. A beast. And bang, look at that. The power he's gotten behind the shot. Looking $1 million in the middle. That's a proper cricketing stroke. And he knew the moment he struck that, no need to run. Save your legs. It's gone for a maximum. Yeah, when Junaid Shamsu hits it, it really just goes a long, long way. I'm expecting a short delivery from Tahir. With his pace, sure he can afford to bowl. Oh, he's bowled a fuller delivery and he's punched on the ground. He's beaten the fielder. Gets another boundary. So what an eventful over have we witnessed. We've seen a wicket. But then the moment Junaid Shamsu got back on strike, he's struck one out of the park and then punching it down the ground to get a boundary to close out a handy over. It's 5 gone, 40 for 3. Yeah, this is no surprise But Mujahid Amin has been introduced in the power play. Experienced campaigner, knows how to come and bowl in these situations, knows how to really put the brakes on the acceleration that we have seen so far from Junaid Shamsu. We'll be seeing him for the first time in this match. With the ball, Mujahid Amin. And I think he will be a little sensible in his approach, because Junaid Shamsu will be aware that the reason Mujahid Amin has been brought pretty early in the contest is to disengage this partnership. Or rather get the wicket of Junaid Shamsu. If ever they get him out right now, then it's going to be very difficult for Legend Warriors to keep up with the required run rate. It's not going to be all that easy to just come in and express yourself. You need to give yourself time in the middle. So Mujahid Amin, a bowler who's very precise, very disciplined with his line and lengths, bowling to someone who doesn't really believe in taking singles and doubles, Junaid Shamsu. So that is one battle to watch out for. And also the captain, he's made the right decision to bowl Mujahid Amin from the pavilion end, because the leg side is the longer part of the ground. So good game awareness. Fahad Nawaz, a thinking captain, has done well in the past with his leadership qualities. I think he's done the right thing to introduce Mujahid Amin, because they now realize that they've gotten 3 wickets, and if ever so, they can pick this man, Junaid Shamsu. It will be pretty much done and dusted. That was close. Mujahid Amin, he knows he had a strong case. Onto the stumps, and how did that not go onto the stumps? Yeah, on an off day, they could have just chopped back onto the stumps, but lucky escape for Junaid Shamsu. Oh, that one kept really low. So he's already asking a few questions, and that's not the right shot selection when you know that the wicket is one where the ball is keeping way low. You would want to play with a straighter bat. Playing cross-batted or trying to cut the ball is never going to be a wise move. That's been punched away. Oh, that's gone towards the boundary. What a shot. Just a simple push. Not really trying to hit it hard. Look at that. Nice little back foot punch. And that's gone towards the boundary. Incredible. That's the end of the power play. It's 48 for 3. So more spin being introduced. It's going to be Vimal Nath for the first time in this innings. Another left arm spinner. They've got 2 quality left arm spinners. Now this has been bludgeoned towards the cow corner. Gets a boundary. And has raced on to 31. The 50 comes up for Legend Warriors in the 7th over. So until this man is out there, this match is pretty much alive. You can see the other batters, they are struggling, but not so this man, Junaid Shamsu. And straight away applying pressure on Vimal Nath. I think Junaid Shamsu can try to ensure that he just chooses his deliveries wisely and ensure he doesn't really try to hit a maximum in each and every single delivery. Because that's what Lexington shotguns, they would want him to do, really, to try to play aggressive strokes on every single delivery, because that's where the opportunity will arise on every ball you bowl, because you know that the batter is going after you. So it's just going to be a matter of time where he will miss time one and they will pick up his wicket. So he needs to be a bit smart. Oh, that is a very good shot. And the key to getting this boundary was that Akshay, he played it as late as he could, bisecting the two fielders, getting 4 important runs. Look at that, how deep he's gone. That's a very good stroke, always in control. Gets 4 runs. And that's what you need, really. You would not want to put Junaid Shamsu under pressure. You would not want to really rely everything on Junaid. You would want somebody to come in and support him. And actually, he's off to a good start already. 11 runs to his name. So it's a decent little partnership now being stitched up between these two. On the other end, the batters have decided that they will not let a new bowler to just come in and dominate. Tossed up. Oh my word, where has this gone? Forget about this one. This has gone out of the stadium. He is an absolute beast, this man. Look at that bang. Forget about this. New balls, please. The power and the force he generates when he plays these shots. He's a big unit. He's a strong bloke. Those broad shoulders. And he's made this ball disappear. Oh, that has seriously gone for a long, long way. Didn't really get the elevation, but the distance, absolutely brilliant. And surely we're going to have a new ball come in. And well, this is a very good score now. All of a sudden, they've raced on to 64 in no time. Lexington Shotguns, they had a great outing early on, but that last over, targeting Vimalnath, and have looted 17 runs in the last over. And well, Saif, he had a great outing, mind you, with the bat now. He's got a big responsibility with the ball. Might just be his day. He's already had a fascinating outing with the bat, scored the bulk of runs. Yeah, turn on offer. Fahad Nawaz is blessed with a lot of left-arm spinners. Vimalnath, Mujahid, Saif, and then obviously, you know, Fahad Nawaz, he too can roll his arms over. So you've got 4 left-arm spinners in your team. And on this track, they will surely enjoy their outing. Junaid Shamsu not very happy with something happening out there. 38 and 18 deliveries. This is what this man has to offer. It's been pulled away, but straight to the fielder. Was struck really hard. Just gets a single. They wouldn't mind to get Junaid Shamsu off strike. You would want to just apply pressure on Akshay every time he comes on strike. Try to get a few dot deliveries. Try to get that required run rate. It doesn't look to be 100% Junaid Shamsu. That's not good signs. You won't want Junaid Shamsu to have any kind of niggle or any injury. Yeah, he's asked for medical attention, I guess, after this over. Something doesn't seem to be right with Junaid Shamsu. Beautifully ball. That's a good delivery. pulling it onto the line of the stumps. And that's what is required, really. You just need to ensure you ball in those tight lines. Just keep on firing onto the stumps, and from there, you ensure you don't ball in the same trajectory. You need to keep on varying your pace, and that's what he's done. And he's given only 2 runs, would want to finish off strong. Last delivery. Oh, lovely delivery. That's a good ball. 3 runs coming in the 8th over. That's a decent over by Saif. It's 8 gone, 67 for 3. Jahid to continue bowled an excellent first over. 7 is all he's conceded. This is a very important phase of this game. This is where now these two batters will look to rebuild and just ensure that they keep the momentum in their favour. And that's all because Junaid Shamsu is decided to unleash and cut loose. Started off a little shakily, but now that he has gotten a start, he's looking quite threatening and dangerous out there. Beautiful ball. That's a very good delivery. They're asking the question, and umpire might just go upstairs. But that was a very good delivery. Oh, that's close. That's very, very close. Yeah, they want to have a look at this, but this is going to be a tough one. I think he's all right. Some part of the foot was within the line, so Junaid Shamsu, he survives. A bit of a scare. Don't want to be losing Junaid Shamsu at this stage where your team still needs 98 runs. Yeah, definitely there is turn on offer. I think Junaid Shamsu needs to be a little smart because Mujahid Amin is a genuine wicket taker. So if you just see off his overs and don't try to be over ambitious against him, which he tries to do so, and he's got plenty of that on this one as well. He's not listening to me. He's continuing the onslaught, and he has dispatched this and launched this into the outer space. Whack. And yet again, you will need new balls. That's a humongous hit. That's a biggie. And he's striking it against someone who's very economical, tossed up. The idea was right. The problem was the length. It was too full. And taking full opportunity, making the ball disappear. Oh, that's a big, big shot. So clearly, Junaid Shamsu, he's seeing the ball well. Has raced on to 45, just 5 runs shy to reach his half century, playing a very important, vital role for his team. And a much needed game where they need to win and register 2 points in this tournament to stay alive. End of over number 9 is 74 for 3. Oh, this is high up in the air, and that's gone for a maximum. What a hit! Akshay now joining the party, and this is what is required, really. You cannot just put everything on Junaid Shamsu. He needs support from the other end. That is a proper cricketing stroke. Playing it down the ground in the V. And this is a perfect start to the over. 6 runs on the very first ball. Lovely. This is such sensible cricket we are witnessing. He knows that he's gotten a 6, and then now the required run rate. Look at that. It's come down below 8. So I think now Legend Warriors, they are having an upper hand in this game. It wasn't the best of starts, though. They lost 3 wickets. But since the arrival of Akshay, he's really played a vital role supporting Junaid Shamsu. This is the problem when Junaid Shamsu cuts loose. It's very difficult to get rid of him. Look at the power he generates every time he hits the shot. The sound from the blade. Oh, this is high up in the air, and yet again he's cleared the fence. 6 more runs to his name. They're running away with the show, Legend Warriors. 2 short and crack. It's a big one. Gets another maximum and has hit towards the longest part of this ground. Hits it towards the cow corner. And surely they need to re-strategize, regroup and reassess after this delivery. As we'll be going into drinks break. This is some recovery for Legend Warriors. They're cruising along at this stage. We're halfway through in the second innings. It's 10 gone. 88 for 3, and the players will have drinks. Back after the drinks break. At the moment, you can see that the pendulum has heavily shifted back in the favor of Legend Warriors. They lost 3 wickets early on, and that's where we thought that they are in serious trouble. And they were in a lot of pressure. But one man said, pressure? What pressure? Junaid Shamsu He's been into these situations quite a lot, quite often in the past. So he knows how to get his team out of these rather tough situations. And that's exactly what he's done. Tahir is being reintroduced into the attack. Yeah, they need to do something different now because clearly the plan didn't really work when they introduced spinners into the attack. Mujahid Amin was a bit expensive in his last over. Yeah, couldn't find the desired gap. But that has been the story so far this evening. Both the teams, they've been making a lot of misfields. And this time it was Fahad Nawaz, the culprit. On the up. That's a beautiful, it's a gorgeous looking stroke. On the up. And Akshay, he looks so elegant and classy when he's looking to play these cover drives. And the key was he doesn't really overstride onto the ball. Lets the ball come to him and just times it. Such a class act. This is turning out to be a match-winning partnership between these two, which is growing in stature and in confidence. With 64 runs. Very impressive. And also I think he's shown a lot of maturity. At times you get a little carried away. The adrenaline rush can get onto you when you're striking the ball so cleanly. But it's not the case with Akshay. Every time he gets a boundary or a maximum, he just gets off strike and over to you, Dinesh Shamsu. And then he comes and strikes big. So it's not really working at the moment for Lexington shotguns. I can see the plan which he's got, Tahir Zaman. What he's trying to do is just packing the offside field and banging in short, not letting Junaid Shamsu to really free his arms, making him play it away from his body. And so far he has found success. The moment he pitched slightly up to Akshay, we've seen him play a lovely stroke along the carpet already. Pulled away nicely, it's in the gap. They will get a couple of more runs. So nothing seems to be working for the men in black. Yeah, nicely dealt with in the end. He let the ball come to him, knowing that Tahir Zaman is bowling these slow bumpers. So he was equal to the task and ready, sitting back and placing it for a single. Hits it hard. He's crashed this towards cover region for a boundary. What a way to reach a half century and a well-deserved one. His teammates were losing wickets on the other end. There was a struggle, but Junaid Shamsu, he had different plans and ideas. Stood tall, showed a lot of character. He is a brave and a courageous cricketer. Showed no fear whatsoever. And a well-deserved 50 comes up for him. And also the 100 comes up for Legend Warriors. Worked away nicely. Gets a single. So this is exactly what I was mentioning, that we need to give a lot of credit to Akshay as well. The limelight clearly has been stolen by Junaid Shamsu with his brisk 52, but Akshay, I need to praise him a lot. The way he's batted really came into a situation. There was immense pressure. Junaid Shamsu was losing partners at the other end. But since the arrival of Akshay Putana Vitil, he's played a very, very important and handy knock for his team. And it has been a chanceless innings. He hasn't given any chance so far whatsoever. And mind you, it is a wicket where I mentioned earlier there is plenty to offer for the spinners, but these two have been equal to the tasks. 3 singles so far. Yeah, dot deliveries I don't really think is going to work for Lexington shotguns. They need a wicket. They still should have the belief in themselves that they can make a comeback in this contest. This is where Janesh Shamsu, you can see he's being a little smart in his approach. He's not trying to target Mujahid Amin because he knows that he is their ace bowler. A bowler who picks up important wickets. That's the one which comes in the arm delivery. And decent over by Mujahid. Just the 3 runs is what he's given. 12 gone, 103 for 3. So that red worm was always ahead. The blue worm, and that's all because it's Junaid Shamsu, the senior statesman, one of their main batters, has gotten runs on the board, 53, and he's still out there alongside Akshay, who's playing such a vital role. So things aren't looking all that bright at the moment. They need to come up with something really to produce a wicket, and I think that's what they've done. They've brought Wali in the contest early. That's where I believe they need to bring the game awareness into play, knowing that why has Wali been brought into the attack so early? For obvious reasons, to pick up a wicket and to disengage this partnership, which has already done a lot of damage. But I personally don't really think that Junaid Shamsu is going to look to see off his over. If it's in his area, he's going to make this ball disappear. Yeah, no real timing on that occasion. A dot delivery. So still that required run rate is around 8 runs per over. Match is nicely hanging in the balance. Still, I believe it's a 60-40 game. You will never discard Lexington shotguns out of the contest. They are a quality side. They will keep on coming hard at you. That's going to be a wide, surely. Yeah, this is something which they can't really afford to give any freebies, any extras. Don't really have many runs to play with. Yeah, I understand the idea. They're trying to bowl it away from the range of Junaid Shamsu. Need to be very precise and spot on when it comes to the lines they bowl. Short delivery, and he has pulled this for a maximum. What a hit. This is the power that Junaid Shamsu possesses. Too short, and he has launched this into orbit. What a hit. It's gone like a cannonball, literally. Yeah, they're running away with the show. Nelson on the board. 55 is all they need. They've got plenty of overs to achieve so. 7 wickets in their hand. They bat deep. So this is not looking good at the moment for the Men in Black. Really, they need to come up with something. They need to get the wicket of Junaid Shamsu. If ever so, they have a chance to stay alive in this contest. Yeah, that wasn't the right approach. Bowling from the far end. Mid wicket is the shorter part of the ground and bowling short to Junaid. This is going to be a big moment in the game because they have picked up Junaid Shamsu. He cannot believe his luck. He's not going anywhere because he's absolutely perplexed and stunned. That was a nothing shot in the end. And I believe now this is a great chance for Lexington Shotguns to make a comeback in this game. Trying to clear the mid off. But the plan has worked. They kept on firing it and bowling away from the arc of Junaid Shamsu. And he's fallen in the trap. Nonetheless, this has been exhilarating stuff to say the least. What a knock he's played. And he's already done a lot of damage. 59 inches 35 with 4 huge sixes to his name. Has made his team on the front. In walks the new batter, Srinath. Don't really think there will be much pressure on him because required run rate is pretty much in their grasp. And now, I think you can bring your spinners back into the attack. Mujahid Amin should continue. And if ever so, they can pick Akshay as well at this juncture of the game. Then they will have a serious chance to clinch a victory. But this is a really good captaincy from Fahad Nawaz. Really, he didn't hold back. Wali's last 2 overs, he introduced him in the 13th over. The reason was to pick up the wicket of Junaid Shamsu, and that's exactly what he's done. Picked up the biggest wicket of Legend Warriors. Now, surely they should have belief in themselves. Just try to take this game as deep as they can. Even the dot deliveries will surely work from this stage of the game. Nicely punched down the ground. Nonetheless, this is turned out to be the over they were looking for. Lexington Shotguns picking up the wicket of Junaid Shamsu. 13 gone, 112 for 4. Yeah, that is not a surprise. Mujahid Amin will look to bowl out his 4 over quota, which has been Very economical so far. That's nicely played. Very smart approach by Srinath, knowing that there was nobody towards the fine leg. It was more like a premeditated shot, and they've come back for 3 runs. That's good running. And that's something which they can't really afford to be giving runs freely. Not really a big fan of the field setup they had. Now they've changed the field, so this is much more like it. They do have a fine in position, fine leg, alongside a deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, alongside a deep cover. Oh, he's put it down. What have you done, Mujahid? That was as easy as it could have gotten. Yeah, he knows it. That this was a big, big moment in the game. Straight into the hand and straight out of his hands. That's not good. It's bursted through his hands. And it was Akshay who would have been dismissed. These are the little moments in the game where you really need to cash on to these opportunities. It was not a half chance. It was a simple catch. You do expect someone like Mujahid to really hang on to these. You can't really afford to give a chance to someone like Akshay, who's batting on 37. And when you know you don't really have many runs to play with, you've let that one go. So opportunity was created, but not grasped. This is high up in the air. And so lucky. They're living dangerously out there. And look at that, hands in the hips. Mujahid knows that he was once again very close to pick up a wicket. The fortune favouring the brave. That ball just landing and falling in no man's land. Yeah, it was there for a while, but no chance for the fielder in the deep, because he tried to hit it towards the longer part of the stadium. So he had to cover a lot of distance as well. And also it was out of the reach of Mujahid. Last delivery for Mujahid. Oh, beautifully bowled. Has he picked up a wicket? And I think he has. That is a big, big moment in the game. Mujahid picking up a wicket on the last delivery. And this is exactly what the doctor ordered. They needed wickets. They've picked up Junaid Shamsu early on, and now following his footsteps is Srinath. Looked quite positive, but just got deceived by an excellent delivery by Mujahid, drawing him forward and beating his bat, getting stumped in the end. They're back in this contest now, Lexington Shotguns. It's 118 for 5. Jinesh didn't have the best of outings early on with the ball, but now he's got a job in his hands with the bat. The job is still not done, mind you. 48 still needed. Got 6 overs to go, and this is where I believe if they can just sneak in with one quiet over, you will see that that required run rate will creep up so quickly. This match is nicely hanging in the balance. Could be anybody's game. This is a terrific comeback since the departure of Junaid Shamsu. Lexington Shotguns have definitely made their way back in this contest. What a decision that was to bring Wali into the attack, and he produced the most important wicket. That's going to be a wide. Not the best of starts. We've seen quite a few wides already in this innings. Need to be a little more disciplined. Yeah, that was an easy decision by the umpire. Also playing it away from his body is Akshay, edging closer to his 50 as well. I think what they need to do is try to take this as deep as they can, because if they try to play a few more strokes at this stage of the game, what's going to happen? You might lose a wicket or two, and if you lose Akshay at this stage, that means you're going to have two new batters at the crease, and then this 46 will just feel like a mountain to climb. That's been cut away nicely, but there is protection. Just a single. Oh, careful. Just was about to overrun on that one. But it's a bit of running yet again. The calling has been loud and clear. And the moment he struck that, it was a loud call of two, because he knew he hit it in the gap. It was the longest part of the ground, so had to cover a bit of distance. Oh, that has been called as a no ball. This is not good stuff from Tahir Zaman. We've already seen him starting off the over with a wide, and now he's made a huge error. He's overstepped. And there you go, the signal coming in from Umran Munir. It's going to be a free hit. And because they have taken runs on this delivery, they will be allowed to make changes in the field. What are those changes going to be? Or Fahad Nawaz will opt to have the same field in place. No, they are making changes. So they're having a third man coming in the circle alongside the long off going back. Yeah, with this, he has to bowl full and straight. Can't afford to bowl short. He does bowl full and straight. And no real damage done. So that's a good delivery by Tahir. And showing good game awareness by making that adjustment in the field. So the good news so far is that they haven't conceded a boundary in this over. It's turning out to be quite a lengthy over. Yeah, beautifully bowled. Once again, taking all the pace off. Tahir Zaman not getting predictable on this surface, and it is a wicket for bowlers who can really utilize this wicket to its full potential, where the ball doesn't really come onto the bat. So that slower bumper, that's one delivery which I've seen personally. A lot of bowlers, medium pace especially, picking up wickets. It doesn't really come onto the bat. That occasion, he's offered some pace. They are considering to come back for the second, and rightfully so, sent back by Janish. And it would have been Akshay to run towards the hot end. So Janish doing the right thing. Oh, he's missed out on a full toss. He knows it. There was an opportunity to score runs on that delivery, but nonetheless hasn't conceded a boundary. So we're going down to the last 5 overs. Still 38 needed. 128 for 5. Still 38 required, just the last 5 overs to go. And Wali, he's been held back. The captain has a plan and a strategy in his mind. Now this is very interesting. Vimalnath, he gave 16 runs in his first over. We are at a stage where it could be anybody's game, and the captain Fahad Nawaz, what he's done, he's shown faith in his men. He's shown faith in Vimalnath, and he's reintroduced him into the attack. Up in the air, and he almost produced a wicket. So this would have been a dream start to the over. It would have made him feel so good. If ever so, he would have picked up a wicket on the very first ball, because he would just want to put that one over he bowled in his past and not really think about it. Focus on this specific over, pulled away. Yeah, not what was required. Vimalnath bowling too short. It's just not looking good now. And good to see the senior statement, Mujahid Amin, just straight away getting into the act and having a quick word with Vimalnath. Needs to slow down a touch. Oh, the towels are out, so the dew has surely arrived. So more bad news for Lexington shotguns. It's getting tough out there to grip the ball and land in the right areas. That's much better. But even with this length, I would love him to slow down a touch. He's bowling way too quick. He's not really allowing the ball to turn and spin. This is something which both these batters wouldn't mind. They would want the bowler to really bowl quick. Nicely cut away, only a single, so they know that they have already gotten a boundary. Things are in their control at the moment. Such an important game, mind you, for Legend Warriors. They need to win this game to stay alive and to proceed into the next round. That's a decent comeback by Vimalnath after he was struck for a boundary in the second delivery, but it's a good little recovery. Not bowling full. Hits it really, really hard down the ground. Gets only a single. 16 gone. It's 136 for 5. Well, they need a wicket at this stage. And this is the man standing right in between. That victory for Lexington shotgun, Akshay. 47. He's played such a important knock for his team. He's still out there, mind you, just 3 runs shy to get his half century, and that too in his first game of the tournament. That'll do a world to his confidence, if ever so he gets there. Oh, flicked away beautifully. Oh, what a shot! That is a magnificent hit, and what a way to reach your 50. Rahman has been welcomed with a boundary, and that is a poor delivery, drifting onto the pads. And have a look at that flick of the wrist. Looks so classy and elegant. And Akshay gets going. What a brilliant shot. That's gone all the way. Look at that control. Look at the flick. A bit of arrogance as well in that shot. Such a classy cricketer. And umpire, he did signal. Has gone for a maximum. That's a close one. given as 6. Another fine shot, always in control, was Akshay. So these two men certainly have done a decent job, more than decent, I believe. Junaid Shamsu, of course, was unbelievable with his master strokes. Struck really hard, made the ball disappear more than 3 times, if I can remember. Yeah, they're just falling apart now. It's just not looking good. The match is slipping out of their hands. The equation looks simple. Only 22 is what is needed, and they have all the time in the world. So they need exactly run a ball now. 22 in 22 is what is required. Match is slipping out of their hands. Beautifully played. Again a fumble, but no point taking any unnecessary risks at this stage of the game. The singles will do it from here. But I think Akshay, if you bowl any loose stuff to him, he will take full opportunity and latch onto it. That's what we've seen so far in this contest. Played a very calculated innings. Short delivery, hurrying on to him, just getting big on Akshay. So they already have gotten the runs in this over. Just need to see off, or maybe just get a couple of more singles. The match is in their hands now. It has been a dominant performance. They lost 3 wickets early on, mind you. They were in a lot of trouble. But then 2 men came out, Junaid Shamsu and Akshay, who's still out there. Job is not done. Needs to take his team over the line and keep their hopes alive to qualify for the next round. It's a big day tomorrow. It's a Super Sunday where we have 2 games back to back. It's going to be an exciting, action-packed day of cricket. 7 Districts Cricket Academy, of course, will be playing Gems Education. That's going to be some contest. Last delivery. And that's gone towards the covers. It's found the fence yet again. They seem to be in a hurry. They would want to finish off this game as quickly as they can and get those 2 points on the points table. It's turned out to be an expensive over. He's been spraying the ball all over. Hasn't bowled with any control whatsoever. It's turned out to be a massive over in the context of play. 150 for 5 after 17. That decision to give 1 over to Vimalna, that wasn't the right one. It's quite surprising. Why hasn't Fahad Nawaz bowled? He has been bowling lately in the recent tournaments conducted here in the UAE, and surprisingly he hasn't bowled on a surface where there is so much to offer for the spinners. At times you really need to lead an example, at least bowl 1 over. It's too late now. Short delivery, no real power, no real timing. Another single, so inching closer to victory. Our Legend Warriors has been exceptional performance. They've really fought hard and so far winning the battle. The 2 Warriors, Junaid Shamsu, what a knock he's played. Such entertainment. It was absolute carnage. 6s were raining here in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And Akshay, a compact, sound batter, stayed at the other end. Oh, beautifully ball. That's a good delivery. And these are the little moments in the game, really. Wali, they held his over back. That was not the right call. You are asking him to bowl at a stage where only 15 runs are required. It's just a bit too much to ask for. He could have just bowled out his over a bit more quickly. They needed to go for the kill, and that was the right time. And now he's been introduced at a stage where you're asking a bit too much from him, but still he's fighting the battle hard and giving his 100%. He is a fighter, Wali. He's not giving it up. Shoulders have definitely dropped. There's no real chirping out there for Han Babar. Just the only one being a little vocal and asking his boys to wake up. As the match is not over, still 15 required. Get Akshay at this stage. And still we might just have the slightest of chances to win this game. Have the faith and believe. Another dot delivery. Oh, in fact, they've taken a single. This is really not good. Can't really give singles at this stage. Excellent delivery. Taking all the pace off. Rolling his fingers over. Banging it short. And clearly deceiving the batter yet again. So 3 deliveries. Back to back. Beaten the bat off the batter. Run a ball again. 14 and 14. What does Akshay do? If it's there to be hit, I think he'll go for it. Oh, this is up in the air. Oh, almost was on the verge of picking up a wicket. But has done a phenomenal job. Standout bowler. We saw all the other bowlers, they didn't have the best of outings. They struggled to bowl in the right areas. But Wali, he was switched on. He's charged up. And even now, he's not really giving up. He's still fighting. That's what I really love about him. You still can defend these 13 runs. It's a funny game. One good over. And they will be right back in the contest. Last delivery. Another dot delivery. So we're going into the penultimate over and still 13 runs needed. 153 for 5 in 18. And he's been quite expensive, Tahir Zaman. It's been a little wavered as well. Couldn't really control his lines in this important opening game for Lexington Shotguns. And now he's been given a big job to come in and bowl the penultimate over. And that too against someone who's on 57 and 40. Akshay. Crashes it towards the cover. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. They're inching now closer to victory. What a hit. That is the start they would have wanted. Look at that. How he's created room for himself. Allowing him to free his arms. And yet again, the secret behind getting that boundary was he always was looking to play along the carpet, down the ground. Very smart and a sensible cricketer. A star in the making. Akshay Pootanavatil has played a vital role in this innings. Whilst Junaid Shamsu was there, what he did, he ensured he doesn't play any rash strokes. Kept on giving strike to Junaid Shamsu. Yes, every time there was a delivery which was supposed to be dispatched towards the boundary, he took full opportunity. And this has been such an impressive knock by Akshay. Swing and a miss, Jinesh. That's not the first time we've seen Jinesh getting beaten. Saw him getting beaten quite a few times in the last over, but that's a good delivery, trying to follow the batter. I think all he needs to do is just take a single. That's it. He's trying to play shots at this stage. Why would you allow even the opponents to have the slight bit of chance to come back in the contest? Just take a single. In fact, he's trying to play big shot, and this is a brain fade. This is really not good cricket. It's not required. You just had to take a single, because that was the demand of the current situation of this game. But he's tried to clear the longest part of this ground, and look what he's done. He's found the fielder, an excellent take in the deep. Makes no mistake. And Jadesh will have to go back. Still 8 runs required. It's 158 for 6. Now this is what they are blessed with. They bat so deep. What a privilege to have so many batters in your side when you know that Rizwan Sabir is coming out to bat at this stage of the game. Another quality all-rounder, had a great outing with the ball. Now, just one hit away. Yeah, that's exactly what was needed. That's what was required when Janish was batting. He had to just take a single and give it back to Akshay. So this is going to be a very big ball. It's the last delivery of the penultimate over. And Akshay, I think he's going to go after him, because you would not want 7 or even 6 runs in the last over. So he will try to finish off this game, end this over, and try to get a boundary. Need 3 runs in the last over. So it's a big ball loading. He tries to go for a big hit, but does not get any timing or power behind the shots. It's a single. So we're going down to the last over. 6 is what is needed. But the good news for them is that Akshay will be the man on strike. They could have taken a couple of runs, but Akshay doing the right thing. 160 for 6. Right then, last over of the match, 6 to win. The good news for them is that Mohammad Rizwan, he can bat as well. So Akshay, if ever so there's a good delivery, you just opt to take a single, because you can trust Rizwan Sabir. He's a genuine all-rounder. So problems for Lexington shotgun. Still 6 needed. Can this man on your screen can be the hero for the evening? Rahman has been pretty expensive so far. Yes, he has picked up a wicket. But the problem is he's been quite wayward and has been given the last over of the match. Steaming in. This is high up in the air. It's past the fielder. Fahad Nawaz, the captain, giving up a long chase, and they will come back for the second. So, 1 hit away. They need a boundary. What an innings have we witnessed. A true champion in the making. Akshay playing his first game, and what a brave knock he's played. 4 required. Last 5 deliveries. Hits it hard. Gets the boundary and seals the deal. What a victory. Akshay Puttanavithil, the lone warrior, has fought the battle hard, stayed right till the end, gets the job done. What a heroic knock has he played. And that was the moment, hitting the vital 4 runs and sealing the deal for his team. This was such a big game for Legend Warriors, and in the end, they stood tall, showed a lot of courage, showed a lot of character. And Junaid Shamsu and Akshay, these two men really took the game away. And this is what was needed. They have registered 2 points on the points table. Shakir Haidru, you can see in the background, I think we need to give a lot of credit to him. He was brilliant with his decision making. Handshakes all round. It was a fascinating game of cricket, yet again a thriller, which went down right till the end, until that last over. But it was Akshay who was batting on a different surface altogether, taking his team over the line and winning the game by 4 wickets. Well, it wasn't the best of starts. You can see Shakir Haidru, he was adjudged LBW in the very first over, and then Vaibhav Aditya going cheaply. But then Junaid Shamsu, he stood tall, and look at what he's done. 59-35, brought his team right back in the game. And then Akshay Putanavitil continuing the onslaught. 69 just 45. And in the end, they've done a fine job chasing it down in 19.2. I think they did well. A few bowlers. Mujahid Amin was expensive in 1 over. Apart from that, he did exceptionally well. Picked up a wicket. Tahir Zaman, yes, he picked up 2 wickets, but was quite expensive. Rahman, an off evening for him. But the pick of the bowlers, I think, was Wali. 4 overs, 24 runs, and picked up 2 wickets and really fought the battle hard. 7 extras is what they've given in total. Right then, match 5, done and dusted. Lexington shotguns, they were put into bat first. 165 is what they've scored in their lot of 20 overs. Saif playing a courageous knock of 67. Tahir Zaman played a handy 32 unbeaten. Mohammad Rizwan Saber, impressive. 3 wickets to his name. Junaid Shamsu also chipping in with 2. And reply, Legend Warriors, somehow chasing it down in the last over. What a knock by these two. Akshay, 69 unbeaten, and Junaid Shamsu, 59 to his name. Wali, the only standout bowler, I believe, who gave his 100%. And in the end, it's Legend Warriors winning this game by 4 wickets and registering 2 points on the points table. Right then, we're just going to dive into a short break. And once we are back, we will be all set for the post-match presentation. Stay tuned. Welcome to the post-match presentation of Sharjah CBFS T20 2025. Firstly, I would like to thank Sharjah Cricket and all its administration involved behind the scenes for conducting such a wonderful tournament. Commercial partners, Sport Ethics. Broadcast partners, cricketlounge.tv. Well, in match number 5, Legend Warriors has defeated Lexington Shotguns by 4 wickets. There was a nail-biter which went down right till the last over. Commencing ahead, we would be moving on for the player of the award, and the award will be presented by Tehseen Javed, our match referee, and it has to go to Junaid Shamsu for his brilliant all-round performance. He was absolutely magnificent first with the ball, picking up 2 wickets, and then his heroics with the bat, scoring 59 runs with 4 huge sixes and 6 boundaries to his name. Incredible performance from an incredible cricketer. Junaid Shamsu, that's not the first time I'm taking you into getting a Player of the Match award. Well, tell me, how do you feel now, and how much this innings meant to you?
Yeah, it's all about against the good team. We are winning. It's especially for the Sharjah. Right now, the surf is not easy to play, and especially Mr. Akshay also played very good innings. So that's why.
What was going through your mind when you were losing wickets at the other end?
So my plan was starting. I got also little bit trouble, but the way Mujahid bhai and there is some good spinners. So I have to play them over like around every over 6 or 8 runs, so we can easily chase. But alhamdulillah, we done it like a last over.
You did exceptionally well with the bat. How much did you enjoy your bowling today?
Bowlings, alhamdulillah, after my injury, coming some whatever I am doing, it's coming like before I some more than weight for my weight also, it's not helping me. Now I reduce my weight, and after that my injury also is okay, so I can do better than last time. So now.
Last question, the player of the match. Who do you want to dedicate this to?
It's for my coach and everything, Anu bhai. I'll give it to Anu bhai.
Well, Junaid Shamsu, incredible performance. Keep up the good work and best of luck with the future.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Well, that was Junaid Shamsu for his magnificent all-round performance. We are done and dusted for the post-match presentation, but do join us tomorrow as it's a big day. It's a Super Sunday. 2 games coming for you. And until then, it's goodbye and God bless.